You also spoke to us about mining. How do you look at mining coming back into play now?
I mean, I hope and pray that mining comes back. I think it's a great enabler for the economy. It's a great employment potential for the economy. And it works very well with tourism because tourism is on the coastal belt and mining is in the interiors. So it provides a very balanced model of development. Okay. We have some teething problems. Recently, as Chamber, we went to the Honorable Chief Minister. It again boils down to how do we implement the new leases and how do we kickstart the business there. Now, since mining was closed for the last 7-8 years, it's again taking its time to sort of bounce back, to get the village people into confidence because there are issues related to transportation, logistics, all this needs to fall in place. And unless there is a buy-in from the local population, we will not be able to implement mining on the scale as before. So I think it's everyone's responsibility. One is we now have to focus, and again I'm driving home the point of sustainable development and inclusivity. We have to focus on sustainable mining. Because gone are the days of the earlier days. Today the population density on land is increased. Okay, everybody's affluence level has gone up. So the expectations of people vis-a-vis environmental balance, vis-a-vis other infrastructure has also gone up. When the expectations of the population gone up, we need to look at new technology in mining. We need to look at new ways of transportation. Now that has its own social problems. One of the suggestions which was put is instead of putting 8-tonner trucks, why don't you put 25-tonner trucks? So to that extent, the population of trucks get reduced and the pollution gets reduced. Now the village people are also dependent on this livelihood. So we have to sit with the government and work out on all. Then can we, to reduce the dust impact, can we start transportation through belt conveyors, which close belt conveyors? Now there are lots of systems like this. Can we look at how do we treat the tailings in the ponds, the waste tailings? So all these things have to be looked at, which will ultimately drive to sustainable mining models. And this is again, we can follow best practices elsewhere in Brazil, Australia, where mining is going on. So that our own Goa, where we want to completely protect our ecosystem with sustainable mining operations, because you can't overlook mining. Mining will give government a revenue of 3,000 to 4,000 crores every year with the few mining leases that they've allotted now. So once the entire process is done, the figure may be much larger. So how can anybody overlook the revenue potential, the employment potential, which will ultimately benefit the Goan population? But we need responsible mining. We need sustainable mining. I think on that theme, we should all work towards starting mining operations.